Round 3 boxing on Shaw Spotlight. This next matchup, we have Gino Ramos out of Hidden City in Vancouver. He'll be taking the blue corner over, and MJ Jaffer is in the red side. Again, another representative from Island Boxing.
Gino for the first. Let's bring out 2 more boxers first to the ring.
In the blue corner, Gino Ramos.
Here comes Gino from Hidden City.
I tried to work out there one day but couldn't find it.
It's tricky like that.
That Irish comedy?
Yeah.
You mentioned a couple of Olympians coming up in the action. I also wanted to drop a little shout out. We have a Olympian that hosts one of our shows on Shaw TV. You can tune in Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. for The Fam, talk show representing Black Voice on the West Coast, hosted by Parker Johnson, Dr. Lisa Gunderson, and Canadian Olympian Pamphina Puisa. She's a rugby player. She's fantastic, both on the screen as a host and as a rugby player. Check your local listings to see air times at The Fam in other regions.
Awesome, we will do that for sure.
And Gino, Gino is a very experienced fighter. He's had between 30 and 40 fights, and this is a big step up for Jaffer. Jaffer is 7-0, but this is the first time he's fought a guy with real experience. Here comes the undefeated Jaffer, looking to keep that O intact, that precious O.
It's so important, especially once they get into the professional boxing world. But right now, I don't like when they put too much emphasis on that O.
No, I really, you know what, I honestly, as a coach myself, you don't want to, you almost want your amateur fighters to lose something. You always want them to win the fight that you pick up for, but I don't want an easy win for my amateurs. That doesn't, you get easy wins as an amateur, then you get a big wake-up call when you go pro.
Well, let's hand it over to Don Andrews.
Our next bout scheduled 3 3-minute rounds in our elite open division.
At 139 pounds. Introducing first to my left, the man fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the blue trunks with white stripes, his official weight 140 pounds even. Representing Hidden City Boxing in Vancouver, please welcome Gino Ramos. Across the ring, his opponent, this man fighting out of the red corner. Wearing the red trunks with white trim, his official weight 137.2 pounds. Representing Island Boxing here in Victoria, BC. Please welcome Marwan Abu Jaffer. The sound of the bell, your referee in charge is Ryan O'Shea.
Ryan O'Shea, the referee once more. He's born in Liverpool too, Tristan.
Oh, is he?
He is. Another good guy like myself.
Pat yourself on the back there. I'll do it for you.
You have to now and again, because not many people do in life. So
no, you don't.
I like to do it to myself. Big shot to start off with here from Gino Ramos.
Gino Ramos, like I said, a lot of experience. 40 fights, looking to look at that jab to the head, jab to the body, mixing those levels. Look at the way when he flinches, how Gino flinches. He flinches with safety. He flinches, he tightens up and keeps his eyes forward. He doesn't bring his chin down. Jaffier's long though. He's looking to use that length.
Oh, nice 1-2. I like how he's set up, Jafar.
Yeah, Jafar's moving his feet really well. He's got beautiful footwork.
Staying in his fighting stance.
Yeah.
He's on his toes.
He landed a good combo there. But Ramos just on like a dog on a bone. He's right there. Oh, big left hook to the body.
I want to bring Paul in for a moment, if you don't mind, Paul. Obviously, we're speaking to an expert
Anytime
here.
you need, you'll never walk alone, my friend.
Exactly, lad.
I hope you're a Liverpool supporter.
I am.
That was offensive. I'm
Red
sorry.
or dead.
Fantastic.
Oh, we're just saying, I'm sitting here talking to a UFC fighter this night. He's got a different set of eyes, but we spoke before, and boxing's not your forte, but what's your biggest takeaway from the show so far tonight?
I mean, yeah, I'm a hockey guy traditionally. That's what I've mostly done in my sports coverage, and Yeah, it's a little different than seeing these guys tug each other down on the ice. There's so much more involved in this, but I know a lot of hockey players do boxing, MMA fighting in the summer these days to try and train for that
Get ready
element
for the
inside as
enforcer
well.
element.
It's fantastic, though, to enjoy a night like this, and I've been for the last 2. This is round 3 now for Champ Promotions events, and it's always a good time here. And I'm always
100%.
impressed by the local talent that we've got from Langford to Victoria to Nanaimo, etc.
This Vancouver Island has produced some fantastic fighters over the years, and there's a couple more on show tonight. And this fight already is showing a few more sides of the boxing world, isn't it?
It is. This is a fast-paced fight. Both guys are have real sharp, crisp punches. Ramos is keeping pressure on, but Jafar's just keeps moving. Oh, big hook from Jafar, right as they say that. Oh, Jafar's looks real sharp, and he's long and he uses his length well. Even when he throws a hook, he throws the hook long with that elbow up behind it, great body position. You know, you say that showcasing the island, but like really showcasing Canada in general, and how good Canadians are. Like we have a small pool, but you know we have really good talent here in Canada. Boxing BC and Boxing Canada. The BC Athletic Commission, you know,
From what I've been told when I've been speaking to the local amateurs right now, it used to be as though when they went to national tournaments, they would overhear people saying, "Oh, I got BC. It looks like I'm getting through to the next round."
Yeah.
And from what I'm hearing over the last 2 or 3 years, especially, that mentality's changing. As BC are putting medals on the board when they're going to these competitions, they've been over to Great Britain and won medals. They're in Europe all the time, and putting themselves on the map, you know, and performing really well. And events like this, you know, can only breed more of that moving down.
Absolutely, and that's what Jason actually and all his partners were talking about when they made this promotion. They were thinking, they're like, look, there's just no fights happening here on the island. There's nothing to help us grow and get better, and that was the main purpose behind Champ Promotions, was to have an avenue for the fighters where there was a crowd and people, because a lot of amateur fights, that's like no one there, like there's no one knows about it, there's no promotion. But Jason's trying to bring a real professional feel to the amateur boxers, and now he's taking it to the next level and bringing pro fights as well. And
sometimes amateur boxing at the highest level is much more professional than professional boxing at times.
Far higher. You know, the low end of the pros is
big shots to start. Sorry, Tristan.
Yeah, no.
He's been heavy on that 1-2. Nice, he switched it up there.
Both guys have beautiful left hooks to the liver. They're both liver hunting. Both right, and then again.
We're still searching for our first stoppers tonight. You don't often get them in the amateur ranks with the headgear and the heavier gloves, but I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen one at some point here still in the next 3 or 4 fights. Big shot to the body. I like that counter right hand to the body that Ramos just threw.
Yeah, Ramos is doing a really good job of coming forward, and even though he's eating shots, he's trying to be last. He might not be first, but he's trying to be last.
It matters one or the other, doesn't it?
It does. But, I mean, Jafar's also
nice
trying to be that. That was a beautiful right hand.
He's boxed beautifully.
Jafar's got a really good jab, a really good cross, and a really good hook. 3 great things to have as a boxer.
I believe Jafar originates from Libya, and he found his way to Canada not long ago, and he's been boxing since now. As you say, he's only 7-0, and he's fighting a guy with much more experience, but he's putting on a clinic at the moment.
He is.
Maybe a
but
clinic's
Ramos,
a bit strong. Ramos is doing well. A clinic's a bit strong.
But he just, whether he's winning or losing, he's just putting on a clinic with good,
exactly.
Clean technical shots. But Ramos is just right in there. Like he's moving his head. He's eating the shots. He doesn't look hurt.
No.
He looks like he's right, right where he's been many times before, and he's the one coming forward more of the fight.
And that can pay a factor with these judges here sometimes.
Yeah, he's matching. What he's doing is he's matching the intensity, and he's trying to, and he's saying, "Look, I'm here. I'm not going to go away," and that can be disheartening for a person
you hit
that's
a guy
winning.
with some of your best shots and they just keep coming. Yeah, that's not a nice feeling.
I've had fighters that I've beat that have told me after the fight, I hit you with my hardest shot, and then you just stepped forward, and I broke at that
moment. My soul dripped from my body.
And they told me that's why you won. That's why you beat me.
Again, Midway through round 2.
Heavy leather being thrown. Ramos still coming forward, but
He's
Jafar
entering the contest more now at this point, isn't he?
He is, yeah. This is the first lull of the fight I've seen so far. Oh, and
Nice
as
right
I
hand
say
by
that,
Jafar.
a sniper of a right hand from Jafar.
And again, he follows up with the right hand. And again,
and
he
with the
buckles
hook
him.
hand.
I thought I
And
seen
Ramos
some
just-
dancing legs for a moment.
He doesn't want to
again,
show it.
counted
He's coming
himself.
forward.
Big
Oh,
body
Ramos.
shots.
Ramos, I mean, both guys have
Wow.
beautiful left hooks to deliver, but Ramos really, that's his best weapon, is that left hook to deliver.
Wow.
But Jafar's he's got all the punches. He's got a left hook, he's got a right cross, he's got a jab, he's got a left hook to deliver. I haven't seen any wild, crazy overhands, just tight technical boxing.
Take a look at these highlights here. It's been the story of the fight again, that 1-2, I believe.
Yeah, and the
By
footwork
Jafar.
behind it. He's moving until he punches, and then he's moving in his punch. And then he's planting when he's in, and he's getting out.
Going in one door and coming out another at the moment, so he's doing really well.
Beautiful.
But as you said, Ramos seems unperturbed. He's not phased by the shots that are getting landed. He probably knows he could be getting outscored, but he knows he's well within this fight, well within his capabilities to win this fight.
And I bet you he's had fights like this where he's broken guys, and he's come out as a winner. You don't have that many fights without having experiencing some of those nights. Here we go, round 3. Look, he's intense. Ramos is intense this round. He wants it.
He's increased the head movements.
He's given Jafar a lot to think about, a lot of movement, really hard target to hit. You know, people always think, like, how did he see that punch? How did he move out of the way? They're just moving. It just looks like they made them miss the punch. It's like, no, they're just moving and punching and standing behind their fundamentals and cranking up that speed dial and making it happen fast. And it makes it look like they can see the future, but it's just fundamental boxing.
Nice shot selection again from Jafar here. As Ramos again applies the pressure. Nice right hand by Ramos.
Yeah, and this is what you were seeing here. Ramos knows. He's like, look, Jafar's looking to get on his bicycle and move a bit. And Ramos is like, this is my house. This is what I came for. This is where I live. Oh, beautiful left hook to the body, left hook to the head from Ramos. Jafar's slowing down a bit this round, but as I say that right hand, I like how he follows that when he overcommits on that right hand, he follows it right into the clinch. He doesn't try and hang out in space and get countered. He's like, nope, I'm off balance. Let's just clinch up.
Referee Ryan O'Shea just warned Jafar for pushing off, but I like that he showed his strength to Ramos. So I'm not here for all the bullying.
No.
I can fight too.
Jafar's picking things up a bit again, but Ramos is just, like I say, a dog on a bone. He won't go away.
Good defensive movements from Ramos. Andy Ling in the corner. Marauders charge on.
Ramos is picking it up this round. I mean, not that he's stopped it all, but this is his best round for sure.
Is this another tough round to score?
This one's
fight?
the toughest round. I think Jafar has the first 2 rounds pretty clearly, but this round, I think, other than that combination right there, I think Ramos this round is his round. If he can get a standing 8 count, he can bring it to a potential draw or maybe even a split decision.
Nice shots by both men again as we come to a close in round 3.
Very good base by Ramos. Even when he's getting hit, his legs are under him. That's why he you can see it on his chin and on his head is being turned, but his base is there. His structure is there. He's not getting wobbled or moved where, if your footwork's out of place even a little bit, those shots would be making him dip and pull all over the ring. What a fight. That was another violent one for Champ Promotions.
Well, folks, another exciting encounter has came to a close, and here's some highlights for you to enjoy from that final third round. Story of the fight has been Jafar's 1-2 for the most part.
And his footwork, his ability to stay at the range that he wants. Controlling the range despite Ramos trying to fight that control with pressure. I think we were talking about earlier about how, you know, it's hard to deal with someone that's like maybe a more technical boxer or less technical boxer, but just has the ability to maintain that pressure and drown you. You know, it's here we go to Don Andrews.
Fight fans, after 3 rounds, go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. Each one of our judges scores this the same for your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, Marwan Abu Jaffer.
I think that's the right decision.
I absolutely agree. But, I mean, hell of a fight. He keeps his O intact. And, you know, there's someone that's, but, I mean, hell of a fight. He keeps his O intact. And, you know, they're going to have to find him someone that's ready to take him the next